I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. A few words have come to my mind about faith and about struggles, hardships, trials, tests, journeys, things that we go through that test our faith every day, or things that we go through in life that we think we just can't pick ourselves up and go forward. I want to encourage you today with a few things that I've gone through which tested my resolve. When I was younger, I left home. I wasn't quite 15. My parents were abusive. There wasn't a lot of love in my life. There was never really any real nurturing. And as far back as I can remember, there wasn't a lot of intimate moments with my mother, my father, my siblings. I was the overlooked child. I was the child that sat alone, that played alone, that didn't really have any friends. I was the outcast. And even through my teenage years, when I became homeless, I was shot. I was around people that were doing drugs, people that were sexually abusing me. And then the familiar string of relationships that, and what I mean by string is the connecting situation, the connecting reason for my walk. Each individual that I tried to have a relationship with, they either used me physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually. They tried to have me turn my back on God. They tried to have me connected in ways that I never even imagined would be realistic. My finances were a struggle. My relationships with other people, my friendships were strained. And that connecting string that I can always look back to was my faith in Jesus. Knowing that there's somebody out there that knows. I just always felt like nobody else knew. Nobody else knew what I was going through. And Jesus did. He was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. Can you imagine being in a desert? I've been in a desert. I've been homeless. I ended up being very sick from being in the desert. Not having any water, no food, and the ground to lay my head on. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's also a very scary place to be, especially if you're young. So I can't even imagine what Jesus had to go through for 40 days in the desert while being tempted with earthly pleasures, money, food, just things that, a drink of water, a piece of bread. Those were things I was just wishing for when I was in the desert. But what I'm saying, that connecting string is faith. No matter what we're going through, God will find a way. I've had times in my life where the things that God has given me were used against me. The stalkers, the people that have hacked my accounts, the people that have tried to gossip about me so much to have me mentally impaired. The threats, the weird stuff in my food, the strangers that have come up in my personal life that I wouldn't even know where to begin of why they are there and how to get rid of them. It's faith. Just lean on God. Speak to Jesus. Tell him what you feel. Tell him what you're going through. He will answer your prayers.